live for episode 22 of Entertainment After
Yay.
Dark with
22.
Boston C.
And
Angel
BowTie.
numbers.
With special guests Kaylee and Manny.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
Super
Fabulous.
well. Super great. Thank God. It's been a wonderful day.
It's been a busy weekend for both of us.
Oh,
It has been a very busy weekend. Thank
Oh,
God.
wow.
pay no
We had
attention
2
to that.
gigs. We had one on Friday night, one on Saturday night. Kaylee just played this morning, so
Yeah.
she's been extra busy, but there has been a lot going on, thankfully. We
Right.
like to stay busy. The world is busy enough, so we got to keep up the pace. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's a
on our
good thing.
BowTie Entertainment page, there is some of Kaylee's performance for live performance
Oh.
today on there. So
Y'all go check it out.
yeah, definitely.
Man.
Thank you guys for doing that too. I've actually never had live gigs before, so besides Gruv Soup, but not solo.
That was an experience for me too, because that's the first time I've gotten to see either of you perform live outside of karaoke competitions. So that was amazing.
Some of us
You
got to
sounded
see Manny as
fabulous.
well perform in their band, but
You know what?
we
I
got
need to make it to a
get,
Gruv Soup night.
We got to
Please
get
do.
Boston out there to see Gruv Soup.
That would be awesome.
It is awesome. Yes.
You need
Oh,
to
so
find
you
me a
were-
night off.
You were able to see Gruv Soup then while I was away.
No, she just saw Kaylee.
Oh,
just
today.
Kaylee by herself.
Yeah.
Well,
Today
then
was
today-
the first time I've seen either of you live.
Well, you need to come out and see the group for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes, oh, I need to, for sure.
Kaylee's brother Hunter is one heck of a drummer. He's got some rhythm, girl. You gotta listen to him. He's good. The whole band really is awesome, but he's really awesome.
Well, like I
That's
was
cool.
telling you earlier, we're hoping that this year, when we do get our finalists and we start doing some benefits, that maybe we can do like a benefit concert type thing. And if schedules align, maybe there's some way we can get y'all out there
That would be
to
fun.
We
help us
need-
out.
We need
But-
any and all excuses to put those red contacts back in. So perhaps
Yes.
we could do a performance of Creep like we did the one that got us to Bangkok.
Yes. We
That
just
would
happen to
be
have your
super cool.
makeup person here as well.
Oh, true. Oh my God.
So-
What a fun thing.
Right. So that
I
would be
love it.
perfect.
Yes. I can't.
So
I can't.
You guys truly do so much. I mean, we met you through karaoke. They were last year's Duet Champions in
Yeah.
the
Right.
nation.
Yeah, we
And
were.
they're going on to the internationals. If you've watched us before, you've heard us talk about how the internationals last year were postponed. There unfortunately was a death in Thailand, so they had to postpone. The Queen Mother had passed. All
Rest in peace,
entertainment
Queen
on
Mother.
hold. So
Yeah.
this year, the big announcement was we here in the United States, over in Las Vegas, Josh and Katie Barron
Woo!
will be officially hosting the internationals this year, and Kaylee and Manny will get a chance to hit that stage.
We are
Yes.
so excited.
So excited.
It was so unfortunate, like, the anticipation of the competition. We were so ready. We had,
Mhm.
worked on choreography. We've been practicing, and we were just so excited to be going to Thailand. So for that to happen was just, I know everyone was disappointed, but it was nice because we got to go to Thailand and we got to, like, enjoy our time there. We weren't, like, stressing over a karaoke competition. I know we spent way more money than we had planned to because we had to fill up like an 8-day itinerary that was
Right.
dedicated for like being, at the performance. Now that we're like, what do we do for today? So
Yeah.
we dropped some money, even though things are more affordable there. It was like, we wanted to do it all, but we had so
Right.
much fun. But yeah, we just cannot wait. The anticipation of waiting, like, where is it going to be this year? What are we going to do? Are we going out of the country? So for it to be in Vegas again, we're like, oh yeah, like we've been there, done that. We're ready. Like, let's go.
I enjoyed watching y'all's little videos while you were in Bangkok, just of all your little adventures y'all were
I
doing.
mean,
That was so.
it was the absolute most, probably one of the most amazing trips that I've ever personally taken in my whole life. It was fun. Again, like Kaylee was just saying, I think it was unfortunate that we missed out on the actual competition part because apart from being, in that environment and just noticing and being able to really soak up all of that beautiful, beautiful landscape, like it was just amazing, truly, like such crystal clear beach waters and oh my gosh, the mountains, everything. The city of Bangkok itself was a hoot. I had some money stolen. That was so much fun. too.
Awesome.
Oh my
gosh.
goodness.
Oh no, but really, it was so much fun.
Manny,
Now that I think
Manny
back
can
on it,
just
I'm
be
like,
reckless.
I can, yeah. I have a I have a proclivity to have a little bit too much fun, but thankfully, I seem to be mellowing out, which is a good thing, especially if we're going to go to finals this year and give it our all, which that's the plan. I'm really hoping that we can do Creep, because last year we weren't allowed to. Someone in the solo category of the World Championship had chosen Creep, which, go figure, because
That
it is
don't
the
make
number one karaoke
sense.
song.
Right, but I mean, it don't make sense of why a duet version, especially the way y'all do it, is totally different than a solo version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing for this year because during our national finals, someone in the solo category did sing a different version too. They did the postmodern jukebox version of Creep, which I absolutely loved.
Loved
She
it.
slayed that.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good. But yeah, just completely different versions of the song. So I know for Worlds though, they were like, it doesn't matter if it's solo or duo, like you can't do any same song. So maybe they'll switch it now that it's for Vegas.
Hopefully,
but
or
Yeah, no hate
Either
to
way,
Luca
it doesn't
for
matter.
at all,
it doesn't matter either way because all of our songs that we have, we're gonna slay. We already did good. Let's not talk
Yes.
about our song choices, but we have some
Right.
good
No,
song
no,
choices
no,
coming
yeah.
up.
let's don't give them
and
away.
We
Yeah.
won't give anything away.
Yeah.
I
But
will
we're
say.
excited.
That Creep one
So-
I was a little jealous about.
It's
We'll
just,
see.
It was just
if we do
so-
Creep on the
Yeah.
on the world stage, no one will see it coming because we've already told you
we can't
that
do
we're
it.
technically
Mhm.
not allowed to, so it'll be a smack in the face. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, super excited for that. Vegas is a lot of fun.
Can't
So
wait.
yeah, we've had two guests on our podcast before, but we've never had three before. So is this Mavis? Is that who we have
Would
here?
you like to
Yeah,
say
this is
something?
Mavis.
He's a very silent member of the podcast today.
She's just sniffing.
Yes, if
I
you're
wonder if you can hear
She's
that.
nervous. She's
Sure.
nervous. She doesn't like to
Sure.
She's not
take the
nervous,
spotlight.
honey. She is straight chilling. This is her element, right in between her best friends. So she's straight. This is her. She's just
She's a
always
good girl.
chilling.
Yeah, I love it.
But I guess we probably need to ask Manny questions first because we might be losing him before the end of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
He's a busy man,
So
apparently,
sad.
even though, Kaylee was busy before the podcast, as everybody can see, had a 3-hour concert in the blazing hot sun. Well,
Looking good while she's doing it.
It was really hot. It was really hot.
Yeah, I mean, hey, feel free, ask away,
Yeah.
shoot. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry
So-
to BowTie and to Boston.
And
It's
you were-
unfortunate, like time. There's not enough time in a day. 24 hours is just a wicked thing. I don't know who made that up, but
Right.
they did wrong.
I don't know though. Do we really want more than 24 hours in a day? Because I feel like we already are doing too much. So
How about we just add an extra day to the week?
There you go.
that's
I could
like
use
an off
it.
day though.
I could
like
use
an
it.
extra day of
That's-
the weekend.
that's what we
could
need.
just do like maybe like 3-day weekend and a 4-day work week. Like that would be.
But that's already
Yeah.
4 or
No,
5.
7
There's
days.
7 days in a
7
week.
The catch-22 is we're entertainers.
Oh, true. See, that's what I was just saying. Like, we would absolutely want to
We would be
and
working the
find a way to
weekend.
fill that time.
oh, yeah.
You'd be like,
Oh,
oh, now we
you're
have
right.
Plurs Day. I'm gonna have
Plurs
6
Day.
gigs.
They're like, what are even our weekends? Because I'm working during the week and then I'm working during the weekend. So what is a weekend? I don't
And
know
the
what that
goal is
feels
to be
like.
an entertainer, so then our 4-day work week would eventually turn into our off days, and our 3-day would be our work week.
Exactly.
We'd be entertaining everyone else on their off days.
Could you imagine being like, wow, I can't wait to take a break and go back to my corporate 9-to-5 job?
Okay, sorry, that's me.
Right. Oh, sorry.
What is that like?
A
Right.
corporate 9-to-5 job.
On top of music, like you balance not just a 9 to 5 and not just a part-time music schedule. Like you are full-time doing music on top of this, like not just out and about, but you're also investing time at home into your music. You're a songwriter, you're a performer, you're doing so much. How do you balance all that?
It's definitely not easy. I do get tired and I burn myself out, but my kind of motto is like work really hard and then play hard. So like I have to have something on the calendar, like a trip or a tattoo appointment that is like getting me, like keeping me going so I can just have like something to enjoy. I would say with work, like my full-time job is really great and I do have a lot of flexibility with my job just because it's so unique, where I could, my bosses are aware of my other job and they like come to my gigs sometimes, but they give me time off to do like the fill-in band that I do with Landslide. So it's definitely good to have the type of job that I do. And then with my gigs, I think just being a musician and like loving music so much, I just feel like sometimes my day job can get in the way of me like fully investing in myself. It's really hard to be like, oh, let me just quit the day job because I can't fund my music the same way. Like my day job pays all my bills and I can make side money, which is like good side money, but not like bill money for like sustaining my trips and everything.
Right.
So
My
I just
trips and
feel
everything.
like, just life, right? Like everything, like it's
vacations.
not an easy, it's trip.
It's not.
Vacations are one thing, and I'm so blessed to be able to take vacations. And I think my job working in the bank, like teaching me finances, and that's really helped me be able to kind of juggle everything. But I would say I just don't like ever give myself the opportunity to just invest with me. Like, what would it be like if I just didn't have the job? Like, how far could I take my music career, and where could I be? So trying to find the balance is really the hardest thing, and just feeling like I'm sleeping on my talents because I'm doing my day job. I get home and I'm too tired to like record TikTok videos and promote my music and learn about that. And I don't have like the extra funds to be able to like hire people to do that for me. So it's like just a big juggle. And that's the main thing, is like, it's not juggling the time. I'm going to be busy no matter what. If I'm not working gigs, I was bartending on the weekends. If I wasn't doing that, I was teaching singing lessons. So I've always just been a hustler and just grinding and keeping myself busy. It's more so like juggling the like emotional aspect of, I'm not giving myself, like allowing myself to just take off and do my musical career and see if I could do it full time, because I'm just comfortable, and it's really hard to leave the comfort. That's the hardest part.
100%.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I was going to say Boston can really identify with that, because like I said, on the ride up here, it was like, well, this is the longest time that we've had a piece just driving up here, because we're always go,
Yeah.
got something going on. And it's just like, Boston's like, well, I got to have some days off. So we schedule her days off, and then she fills up all her days off with more work. It's just a
Yeah.
different kind of work.
Yep.
She doesn't take
No.
days off. I don't know who she's fooling.
Powerhouse.
I don't.
I
don't.
have in my summer schedule, I literally have days on my calendar that just says like take a break, and I'm finding myself like scheduling those days. Like I'm like,
It's like something comes up and you're just like, but
I guess.
but like I have to do this because
Is
it's
it
only
FOMO?
happening today.
Is it
Or it's like,
FOMO?
I want to help this person because they need help, and it's today.
They need
Yeah.
help
Today.
And I
today.
feel selfish
day
if
off.
I choose my day off instead. But I know it's, again, another catch-22. It's not selfish for me to choose my day off because I can't help anyone unless I help myself.
You have to
Right.
help yourself to help others. Well,
And then I reach the crash and burn, and I'm like, oh no, I forgot to take care of me. Oh no.
Right.
that's funny.
That's so real.
Starts drowning.
Right. The struggle
so
is
real.
real.
Withers away.
Right. No, please don't wither away. We need you. The world needs you.
Permanently sinks
Manny's
into couch.
busy right now too, because he's
World
got
needs
a whole
Boston.
new job.
Yes, I'm
and-
sorry, we rabbit holed right back to Kaylee. We need Manny time here.
I will be
Yes.
honest with you. Kaylee is the more entertaining of us both.
You're entertaining.
No, yeah, I am. I'm working a new job. It's wonderful. It's 7 to 3. I work with people who need some extra love and extra help. It's super great. Which is actually funny that we're talking about this podcast. This kind of came up now because one of the directors there is like, "Hey, I want you guys to come and play music," and I'm like, "Wow, more stuff to do." But in all seriousness, it would be really fun to be able to like take that outlet and bring it there. I am learning to play the guitar. See, Kaylee's a master of all instruments, whereas me, I'm taking it slow, nice and easy. There are some parts of me that are like, in very similarly to how Kaylee was just saying, like I want to go and audition for like The Voice, like go and like do these fun things, because I think it's very common, especially in what we do, to not give ourselves enough credit for stuff. And like, I mean, we went all the way to the World Championship. Like maybe, just maybe, we could do something in growing these talents of ours. But of course, corporate America, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If there was duets this year, y'all wouldn't have been qualified to enter anyway because you won last year, but you would both and are both still eligible to enter as solo competitors.
Yeah.
And both of you did really well in the solo last year, even though, I think because you kind of split your talents because trying to do duets and solo, you had to have a lot going on between your band and everything y'all have going on. If I feel like if y'all were to go for solos this year, there's a good possibility we could see y'all back in Vegas in another format.
Yeah.
So
That would be cool. I'm, playing with the idea for sure. What we have, I guess, 2 more opportunities to do so. I don't see why I should wait too long, or why we should wait rather to go and audition. But Tuesday is the next audition, and
there's an audition at Stooges. You're all right here close by on
exactly.
Tuesdays.
30 minutes away. I just gotta
So-
stop being lazy.
Y'all have finals tonight at Amici's?
There, you could actually audition tonight at Amici's. Amici's, their final. This is their last chance to audition at Amici's is tonight. And the special
Wow.
thing about Amici's is they have a junior division, 5 to 17, and Stooges doesn't have that. So literally, talented 5 to 17-year-old singers, this will be their last chance tonight
Wow.
because this is the last juniors audition anywhere in North Carolina.
Wow.
It's tonight.
I love that. Like bringing it to the,
We have
youth.
some talented kids, but unfortunately, it's like you said, it's like there's not enough hours in the day to get all this information out there on the right forums or TikTok or wherever we got to go to find these kids in North Carolina to get to the auditions. To by the time we get by the time we get the word out good, it's like we were doing finals at Rodino's this past Friday, and this kid just got up randomly to sing and like blowing everybody away. It's like,
Wow.
but they weren't entered in the competition, so
Oh,
we begged them to come to Amici's tonight. So hopefully they'll show up.
I hope so.
But it's just like there's lots of talented kids out there that are looking. Their parents want them to get seen somewhere. This is a perfect opportunity to get some eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It used to just be YouTube, think about what Mr. Justin Bieber, who now is a train wreck of a human being, I think. But he started there. He started with
Don't
being
diss
seen on YouTube.
anybody
I'm just
about
joking.
Bieber.
You
Come
know
on,
I
we
love Justin Bieber. It's a joke, but he's had his fun.
Fill the audience in on the joke.
Right. No, he's had his fun, and but anyway, the point is not who he is now, but how he got discovered, and how that is.
And he's definitely famous. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, yeah, sure he is, and I'm sure he won't give any care to what my opinion is to him.
One of his people might see this, but he won't. Never
You know
see
what?
this.
He might. We don't know. He's probably at home watching right now.
Oh, you think so?
Hey,
Hey,
Justin.
I love you though.
Oh my
See,
gosh.
and what's hard too, what I love about the KWC is they're willing to bring in new things and try new things year to year. But the hard part about that is just like duets was taken out this year. We had people coming to us ready and looking for those duets because we advertised it last year.
Exactly.
Last year's advertisement brought this year's interest.
Mm-hmm.
So is our advertisement for kids this year going to bring next year's interest?
Next year we'll probably have a whole
and are we bringing
flock of
kids
'em.
back next year? A singer-songwriter.
Yeah, hopefully
The-
duets will be back next year.
The hype
Yeah.
for
Singer-songwriter
that
will be back,
is that going to come back at another point too? Because we put a few new things on hold to bring in this new children's event, and like you said, it's the advertisement.
Mm.
So
are we able to bring it back?
However you advertise the kids, I mean, obviously it's coming. It's doing well this year, like you said. I mean, I have seen some clips of auditions from a couple of your different venues so far, and it looks like there are a lot of very talented children popping out.
It took me
For a year one, yeah.
Oh wow.
It took me so long to come out of my shell to be able to sing in front of a crowd. Like any child that can go up on stage as like a younger kid, if you could start it while you're a kid and you just have, carefree whatever, and you're not really overthinking stuff. Like, man, if I could have started, when I was younger like that,
Mhm.
where I could have been now, for the people that do start so young. So if you're a parent and you have a child with potential and you're watching this, and you see them, one, I'll give them singing lessons or coach them, whatever.
She
but,
is qualified.
But two, just take that opportunity and get them started in something young, because the way that music, I think we can all agree how music is such an outlet for us, as you know, just being able to create, being able to share our emotion and be vulnerable, and you know, write songs or perform on stage in front of an audience. That's just such a thing that like I cherish, especially as an adult, because it's so much harder as an adult to like express yourself for other people. And you know, having an outlet like that is so important. And if you could start it when you're a kid, man, props to you, because I was way too shy to ever sing until after college. Basically, it took me writing my first song to, you know, be like, okay, well, I wrote a song now, so I kind of have to sing it, I guess. And then I just started singing live, because I was like, I can't call myself a songwriter and not sing my music if that's, you know, where I'm at. So I just literally just had to tell my brain, like, just get over yourself, like
walk through the fear.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah,
You have
I really
to.
love that point, especially because that's where I found, you know, you're talking about like young kids and, you know, getting into it. That's where I found my confidence in it. It didn't have anything to do with me. As a matter of fact, my recent confidence in my own singing has stemmed from our band and, you know, being able to perform together. But, you know, musicals in high school and musicals in middle school, like, man, I loved being a part of something that was completely different from myself. Like, removing Manny out of the equation, I could have faith in my voice and in my acting ability, and it was just such a raw, beautiful talent that I got to sort of explore and really come to know, like, shit, I was good. Shoot, I was good at these things. I don't know if we're allowed to curse.
You're
so
fine.
My fault. But anywho, like, it was a very, very important moment for me to realize that I could do these things and have some sort of confidence in myself. Of course, like I said, that didn't really turn into confidence in my own abilities until after I was out of that environment. You know, part of me does wish that at some point in my past I had decided to stick with it and stayed on a stage, because I don't know where I would be right now, right? But the past is just that. It's in the past. We can only use it to make impacts on our own futures, which is why I say, like, it's so cool and such a blessing to be able to work on it now and to keep fighting for it. Because as good as I'd love to think, you know, I am, and the gifts that we were given, like, shoot, they say it, there's always somebody better. You know, we have to stay on top of what we're doing, because if not, I mean, the limelight is just that, it burns so quickly. And in order to really take advantage of these gifts and the talents that we have, we got to work it, baby.
Yeah,
You know
something
what I mean? Like,
something that we ran into last year is, like, after the, you know, we announced who the judges had picked, and you know, people would get upset and they're like, "Oh, well, this person, they sang so beautifully," or whatever. But what a lot of people, they didn't understand the judging criteria, and that, you know, you're more being judged on the overall performance, and that's too. As far as y'all in the duets and, you know, winning the nation or whatever, y'all got out there and y'all performed y'all song. It was y'all just stand there and let us hear your beautiful voices. Y'all
Like me.
interacted, made it a show. It was a production. Everybody had their eyes glued to y'all watching y'all's costumes, and Boston did help with y'all's makeup. So she was part of the.
I think that's
she was part of the
thing,
production value, even if she did kind of freeze up on her own song a little bit, as far as, you know.
Well, she made us the star. She really did. She made her. They say make or break. You know, that whole facial. Like, let me just say this: the one judge that during the national finals was like, "This song that you chose is so overdone, so like overworked. It's the #1 karaoke song." In the sense that everyone does it, everyone tries to sing that song. The one thing that really set us apart was that makeup, and you know, the decisions that we chose to take on stage. So thank you. But to your point about, you know, being able to take the song and make it your own and perform it. I'm so lucky, because without Kaylee on stage, I feel like a little, I don't know, I wanted to say frog, but frogs aren't even that awkward. I feel like an awkward little thing, you know, like just by myself. But when we get together, it's just like, boom, it makes sense. Like, we feed off of each other's energy, and to have that is so awesome.
And I have to say, like, the competition honestly kind of changed my view of myself as a performer because, you know, singing with Gruv Soup and everything, I'm behind a keyboard. So I kind of bop around. I try to make sure I'm having fun. I'm looking at the crowd. I'm like, I love being weird and making faces at people when I sing and like do little silly background vocals.
Mhm.
But like, I don't really do much because I'm behind the keyboard. So I realized like when I auditioned as a soloist, like I, you know, also just kind of stood there and just sang and just kind of hoped that like my voice was good enough and whatever my song choices, but like I didn't make it through the solo competition, which is totally fine because I would much rather have, you know, focused on the duets, and I did the singing competition for the songwriting.
But for the
So
record, you were still 5th, so you just barely. You were like the next
Yeah,
person that
absolutely.
would have
It's-
went.
She
It's
was
fine
amazing.
though
She would-
because in general it would have been too much probably. So what I'm saying though is like now that I've had this experience and I've seen other people performing and I've watched, you know, some of the best singers of all of the country perform and seeing, you know, what makes them stand apart and the different things, like it's opened my eyes up of like, okay, I need to be more fun to watch because you know, your stage presence and your like the movements, mic choreography even is something like I didn't even really know that was a thing. So I like looked it up and there's people like Haley Williams, like she's not a dancer, you know, I'm not Beyonce by any means. I'm not gonna go up and twerk
my
and sing.
gosh,
I
Beyonce.
can't dance, okay? I cannot dance. But like Haley Williams, she doesn't like get up and dance and sing and run around. She just like kind of does her thing and makes it engaging. Billie Eilish, she's not a dancer. She goes up there, but she puts on a show and she engages with her crowd. So like it's one of those things where like there's other ways besides having to be a dancer that you can engage. And I learned all of that because of this competition. And it's taken me as a performer for my band and for my solo to try to,
Oh yeah.
you know, just step
Right.
it up a little bit. We had to step it up. We were going to Las Vegas. We had no idea we were doing. This was our first
Not at all.
competition.
Right.
We've never choreographed anything in our life, and we came up with that dance for Islands in the Stream ourselves.
Right.
We were in there trying to just figure out cute little things to be cutesy and make it fun and, you know, quirky and
I
silly.
remember
and
Franklin Branch up there dancing with y'all a little
yeah,
bit. You know,
and
we're-
we
help us
felt
there,
it
too.
felt so silly. It felt so silly, but when you're
Yeah.
It's so fun though to
It's-
watch
it
you
was so
guys.
fun.
You
when we watch it
you
back,
put
I'm kinda
yourself
like,
in it.
okay, like
Well,
we're
that's
kind
one
of
thing,
cute, but like
too,
it's
like,
so cringe in your mind. So we have
learning
to step
command
back.
the stage, which is like you were just talking about all these female artists that are so strong, and this will be my last point. Unfortunately, I do have to go. But watching all of these artists who know how to command a stage, like you said, people who don't even dance. Someone that comes to mind, Freddie Mercury, man. Like he wasn't out there doing the splits and like backflips, Benson Boone, or anything like that. But he was just such a powerful presence, and the way he moved with his body, like it was those little things that just feel so weird to do on stage because you're like, why am I pushing my shoulder out like this, and like why am I waving, like these gestures that make no apparent sense when you're on stage doing them. They make a world of difference, you know, to the audience. And like until you get to see that, like when I watched our performance of Creep after we had done it on stage, I was blown away. I was like, what? Like, who
That was
came up
me?
with that? Right. Yeah, like that
I
was
did
me.
that? What?
It was wild. But I do have to get out of here, guys. It was really nice to join you for the podcast. Hopefully our next episode that we do, because I'm sure there will be a
Oh,
part
there
two.
definitely
hopefully.
will.
I'll
I'm
be able
sorry
to
it took
stay
so long to
below.
set up.
Don't apologize. Perfection takes time. So, anywho, thank you very much. I love you guys. Please stay till the end of the episode. I love you. Mwah. It was great to see you.
So
And
great to see
Yeah,
you.
Please
great seeing you again.
Rip Kaylee a new one with some questions. I can't wait to see what's up later.
Oh gosh, we can scoot maybe a little bit.
Yeah, we can try to squeeze in.
Mavis, let me over.
Yes, Mavis, you're gonna have to fill in now and say a lot
Some
more for
extra-
Manny. You'll
Extra
finally
spice.
get a word in edgewise now that Manny's not hogging
Just
up the
like
mic.
how I prefer Manny on stage, I also prefer him here for a podcast. I'm like, oh my god,
Oh,
what are you
now
gonna
I'm
ask
nervous.
me? No, I'm just kidding. We're all friends here.
No, we're not. Yeah, we're not attacking you or anything.
I
like
don't
that.
feel
No, this is-
intimidated.
I feel very comfortable on your couch. We're here at Kaylee's house right now. So
Yay.
cozy, so cute.
Instead of taking a nap, we're still doing a podcast.
Yeah, this couch definitely sinks us in though. So we're just
Trying to readjust now.
Oh yeah,
That initial adjustment.
love it.
Yes, Boston came up with this idea. What a few months back at the end of last year, she was like, "Let's do a podcast," and I was like, oh, okay, just kind of going along with it because I figured she would just get over it and, and they would just blow over. But no, now she's got me getting up early and driving across the
It wasn't a
country.
phase.
Oh my gosh. I love it. No, I think it's so fun. I've never been on a podcast, so it's cool.
And I love that we can just make it whatever we want to, make it our own topics, and just entertainment fits so well with everything
And talk
we
to
do.
cool people.
Yeah.
And we
It's
make
just
some
like
amazing
kind of like
connections.
friends just chilling on the couch. Like I love the
I love
vibes.
it.
It's super cozy.
I'm loving Mavis right now.
I know,
Mavis
she's,
is
like, all
just
up,
chilling
just
hard.
snuggling on BowTie, which is so cute.
That's a little more emotional support for the podcast.
Her
Do you
eyebrows are so animated.
Do you guys want to borrow her for your podcast?
Right.
Our emotional support pup.
She could be a featured character.
Yes, because my Chihuahua is not conducive for the podcast. Usually barking, we have to have our whole building separate from
Yeah.
from him. He's a noisy little fellow.
He's the opposite of emotional support.
Right. He causes panic wherever
Emotional
he goes.
damage.
Yes. Emotional damage.
That is so funny. I love it. But no, I love that y'all came up with this idea for the podcast, and thank you for having us on it. I mean, it's been so fun so far.
Is
Thank you
there
for having us in your home for this.
is there questions at all yet? Any? Can you see on your screen there? I'm horrible at monitoring these kind of things.
What?
Any
Just trying to
questions?
access my monitor.
Checking the chat.
Yes, because usually after the podcast is over, we got all kind of good questions that we never address on the podcast. There's a whole line of them.
No
normally.
questions. Just Mama Heather says, "Hey guys, sorry I didn't get to see y'all this time."
Oh, hey, Mama Heather.
Hey Heather. Marcus says, "Hey y'all." Hey Marcus.
Heather has a
Hello.
birthday party at Strikers this Wednesday.
Oh, happy early birthday.
And it's also going to be the
Happy birthday
finals for the
to
KWC
you.
at Strikers. So, and we're going to go ahead and just work. Franklin Branch's birthday is Tuesday, so we're going to have a party for him too. So we are going to just party out at Strikers
What-
this Wednesday.
What about not on Talent Zone, Heather?
Oh, are we not on Talent Zone?
We're not supposed to be on Talent Zone.
No, we will be
Not
we,
live right now. At
We're not
least.
live on Talent Zone with the podcast, but they are available on Talent Zone. They go on Talent Zone after the fact.
But speaking of that, there may be talks in the future of us being able to broadcast on an extra platform. So who knows? Maybe in the near future we may be able to.
Yes, we will be in a couple weeks talking to the man himself over Talent Zone, and so there's a lot more opportunities of getting a lot more talented people we know, more exposure on that channel as well, and hopefully getting the channel out there too.
Oh my goodness, excuse me.
Because Talent Zone,
Don't
like
start, we're
everything
gonna
else, is
start.
understaffed as well as far as needing people to help get the word out. Like you said, you need a staff; they need a staff too. That's all.
Yeah.
We all need staff.
Say, I need a staff.
I
Right?
know. I'm like, can I just get an assistant?
So I'm hoping like if we all work together, we can kind of all help each other get the staff all work to where we're all promoting each other.
Yeah. I know. Once
So-
one of us eats, we can all
Right.
feed the community.
Exactly.
That's the
Absolutely.
goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's kind of that's why we work with Talent Zone and try to bring as many different things as we can on there. I've got a show on there as well, Backroads Karaoke with BowTie, which y'all were on that as well when I went and saw y'all's band
yeah.
compete.
Yeah, that was
So-
fun.
So yeah, there's some different programming on there. They went through a phase with some AI music. We're trying to get Bobby out of that AI phase because
That one is just a phase.
it's very getting a lot of negative feedback, and it gets publicity, but that's not the publicity we're looking for.
Some creators will get online and say, publicity is publicity. Even bad publicity. Not in this case. Not in our case. We're trying to grow our viewership and have people want to watch our content, not just look for comments. We don't just want the commentary.
That's valid. I think the thing with AI, with being a creator too, is like, it takes away from the humanness, and the AI music is just, it's like how everybody else feels, like the robots are taking our jobs. So like and it's also not great for the environment.
It's hard to sit here with such an amazing songwriter as yourself
I know.
and know that there are platforms, especially close to us, that we could just reach out to you and be like, "Hey, Kaylee, you wanna write us a little jingle?"
I do have a lot of jingles in my head. I think of jingles.
There's
on
a lot
daily
jingling
basis.
around up there. Huh?
Maybe that's one way we can all help each other out as we move forward.
Yeah, listen, anytime. I mean, I feel like I pop out melodies all the time. My own singing and songwriting, I think like I critique myself so much, so I kind of try to like overthink my songs. I'm also a Virgo, so overthinking is just natural for me, but I overthink the songs that I write. And it takes me a while to kind of come up with it, but as far as like the melodies go, melodies flow out of me. Lyrics kind of take some more time to perfect, but I will make a song out of anything. Like it's very.
So I'm a Spotify person. I'm on Spotify. So Kaylee is on Spotify, and I have, and I follow her on there, and I add her songs to my favorite. And me and Miss BowTie be listening in the car, and she'll be like, "What is that song playing? That sounds. Is that Kaylee singing that?" I mean, just catches it because it's like it just blends right in with all the other songs that I have in my favorites, and
Really,
it's like.
That's good.
It doesn't seem, it's definitely on par with any other music out there. It's not like, oh, we're listening to some scrub, Kaylee puts out some really good music.
I ain't no scrub.
And I would like to yeah, we listen to that too, but
Right.
I saw a meme that said, "He's not a scrub these days. Gas is too expensive. He is a financially smart man if he's riding in the passenger seat of his best friend's car."
Right. He's saving some money.
Fair enough. Oh my gosh, true.
I had to throw that one in there. It just came right to my head. It was too funny.
That is so funny.
I mean, these gas prices, though, really.
Yes.
With Spotify, honestly, and just releasing music, that's been really fun. Working in a studio and putting together music. That's another thing that is going back to where we were, previously with the job thing. It's like, man, like the finances it costs to like write a song and create a song as somebody who's just kind of doing this on the side. Like my side job kind of funds those little side projects. They're a couple $100 a piece to write a song, and like that's not, easy to just come, pull out of thin air. So for the music and the songwriting, like I have 3 songs right now that I finally released, and I still have at least another like 4 or 5 ready to go that I could, get out there once the time, and the time is a big thing, like getting the time to go in the studio, getting the money to go back to the studio, and get these things out, and it's just work. It's just added stuff to what we're already doing. So talking about, again, sleeping on my talents and just feeling like I'm holding back, like I have so much in here. If I could be in an environment in like, in working in a studio or having like access to something like that, like these musical artists that are in like LA and Hollywood, and they're around it all the time. Like if I was around it all the time, I would be writing hits. If it was like my, day to day was me just in a creative space with people to collaborate with, like I just know the amount of like stuff that's in here that I could get out by just being in a space. Like I have it sometimes when I go to the studio and I'm with another musician and we can bounce back ideas. And if I do like a jam session with my friends, like there's so much in there that I'm just like, oh my God, like I would love to just do this every day and have this be my life. And I would be able to write songs, and I'd be okay with writing songs for other people. Like I don't have to sing all of my stuff. I have so many other ideas and songs that I would even be willing to sell. Like there's a song, my Hot Girl Summer song. I feel like
gonna bring that one
I feel
up.
like Lizzo would definitely take that off. Like Lizzo could sing that song. And really, there's probably 1 or 2 songs that's like I would want to keep for myself. The first song I wrote, Keep On Keeping On, I'd probably want to be that artist. I mean, maybe if like somebody really cool wanted to like buy it, like, sing it, I'd be like, okay, yeah, like do it. But that song is definitely just my vibe. And then thank you. I feel like I would sell that. I'm down. Whoever wants to sing it, it's just a fun song. But I would love to write more and be more in a.
You know what I hear or feel when I hear you talking about all this and this ambition and this drive you have? You just need that right opportunity to line up where you say, all right, I've got everything in me is going to just drive to the music. You know, my higher power of the universe.
Yeah.
You know, grab the wheel, day job, see you later, and all that energy that you drive into your day job, I already know the second it happens for you, you're going to drive every ounce of that into finding where the money's at in the music, because the music is going to carry you, babe.
Yeah. I do think it will happen one day, but right now
the right moment will come.
I kind of look at it as like the best of both worlds right now, because it's really nice to have like healthcare, and it's really nice to have like paid vacation, and it's
That's
really
the one thing I
nice,
struggle with is still
like,
working off that Medicaid. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but
yeah.
unfortunately, as business owners ourselves, a small business, we don't have the opportunity to provide ourselves health insurance that way.
Yeah.
You know, that really is the holdback.
But it's hard to leave all of that, like you get so comfortable with it, and then it's like, again, it's just one of those things. Like one day it'll come. If I'm making like Billie Eilish money, I ain't worried about, paying for health insurance on my own, because it's, already there. If I'm, even like content creation,
you're
I feel
getting
like
the best
on,
care.
like,
Don't worry if
TikTok
you're
and
Billie
stuff.
Eilish.
Right.
Listen, Billie Eilish, she's incredible. I could talk about her all day. I just saw her tour concert last weekend. It was in 3D. If you haven't seen that, you should go do it. You can go see her concert in 3D in the movie theater. It's really cool. She's an artist that I look up to, because one of the things that she did say in that documentary was she wants to be an artist that, she would want to be a fan of. And the way that she engages with her, with her fans, and she's not like, the type of artist that's like, stay away from me and block, like get in my car and just dip out. Like she's like out her window, like waving bye to her fans after a show. And she's like in the concert, if you had floor seats, which, man, jealous of all of the people that had floor seats, but she like ran through the crowd and like grabbed all of her, like a whole square, like did everybody like grab their hands and stuff. And I'm just like, as an artist, like being that famous and like being that vulnerable with your crowd. And she even like showed, she was like, I got clawed up, like I have like, I'm bleeding from these fans, like whatever. And she's like, I'm not mad, like I was that person, I was that fan. I like the way that I would react about somebody, like I know how it feels to be like that. And I'm like, oh, like how cool is that of her, right? And like that's something that like I would want to be that way too, like when I make it big. And
that's a don't forget where you came from moment. And she never did.
Yes.
And that's she remembers where she was and where she wanted to be, and she's exactly in that moment now.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It is. And that's how I would want to be too, is just like, always be humble. Don't forget, the working the multiple jobs, going to work after work, and just paying, taking some extra gigs to pay for a trip, and things like that. Like that's something that
we're never too good for it.
No.
Especially because in the blink of an eye, literally everything could burn down, and we could be in a place that we have to rebuild. It could happen to anybody at any moment.
Yeah.
So like you said, it's so important to stay humble.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's something that stands out about her for sure. But that, humility is just not always the case with artists. And another thing that I love about her too is like it's all her. Like she is 100% her. She doesn't let labels pick and choose what she does and what she wears.
That's the part about her that inspires me the most.
How her concerts, are. So
her is just a person. The way she presents herself personally and publicly. I've watched videos of her talking about why she chooses to wear baggy clothes, or why she did for a while as she started coming more into that girly phase. And for me, as I know a lot of people watching me today that haven't known me a long time, I'm an extremely androgynous person. This is the first time I've grown my hair out since I was a kid. I had a shaved bald head for a while.
Multiple times since I've known you, have you shaved all your hair
I usually
off?
prefer baggy clothes. I'm usually lean in my masculine energy, and I've always questioned myself as a person, especially privately and publicly. Who am I supposed to be? How am I supposed to dress? Am I supposed to like these things? But I'm a girl, so I can't like these things that the boys like. And seeing Billie be exactly who she is really truly inspires me, because I let that alone hold back my music for so long, and like, oh, I can't be on stage if I dress like a boy, or I do this, or I can't go back and forth from dressing in these clothes to dressing like really, really girly these days. And it's like, I watch Billy and I'm like, but who
You
says?
can do whatever you want.
Because if Billy can, I can.
Absolutely.
And then like seeing the inspiration she gives my daughter's 11 and she loves Billie Eilish. And it's just,
She's
it's just
absolutely
amazing to me. It's truly amazing and inspiring to me to watch her on stage just be exactly who she is, unapologetically.
Yeah, a lot of people I think feel that way about her and her music, and just, you know, the unapologetic being herself. I would say, you know, being like that in Hollywood, like for me, it's inspiring as an artist, because when I think of like, you know, do I want to make it big? Like, do I want to have a label? Do I want people like getting in my business, like controlling what I'm doing, and, you know, making it
Can
not
I handle
myself
the pressure
anymore?
of the public eye?
And like, you know, being like going out in a public, and like, you know, just not being able to like go to Taco Bell and just like go there and not have people like knowing who you are and stuff. Like, do
Can
I
I
want
even
that?
DoorDash to my house?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, that's something that you know, if it happens, like you can't really take that for granted, but it's a lot. So seeing her still be able to be herself in such a like industry that is notorious for controlling and, you know, like puppeteering every single thing that they're doing, it can be very corrupt. But Billy's, you know, making it and doing her thing, and I'm sure there's people in Hollywood or whatever that she has to come across at certain things, but it's like, for me, I'm like, okay, you know what, like maybe I could do it. If Billy can get through it and like still be able to be herself and create her own show and everything, like then why couldn't I? So I love that about her too,
100%.
because one of these days it'll happen, y'all.
Heck
I'm on the
yeah.
podcast. This is my first podcast of many in the future, because we're gonna just
Get ready. You're
You
gonna
know?
you're gonna be hearing the name Kaylee Cuchilla real soon.
it's gonna happen. The time is coming. Timing is everything, though, and I'm cherishing the time here and now and learning. But I do want to start trying to put more time into myself and investing into myself to be able to just have more of a reach.
This
'Cause
has
I
been
love the feeling
Entertainment
of
After Dark with Boston C and BowTie and special guests Manny and Kaylee.